Hello and welcome to my channel, and welcome to the first part of a two-part series all about internet dating. Are you about to take your first tentative steps on board the online dating ship? Or are you a seasoned sailor fed up of hitting one iceberg after another? Clueless about what's the right dating app for you? Puzzled about profiles, manic about messages, concerned about catfish? Then these next two videos are all for you. So pour yourself a Prosecco, bag yourself a beer, and get comfortable as I count down my top 10 tips for internet dating survival and finding love in lockdown. Let's go. So you're trying your hand at internet dating. Don't be embarrassed. Many years ago, amongst some people, there was a real stigma about internet dating. But these days, many people consider it the norm. A huge percentage of the population have been on internet dating sites. A great many people are finding their partner through dating apps. And if you're in a situation where someone asks, how did you two meet? Let's be honest, there are far worse confessions you could be making.
Okay, I'll talk. When I was 6 years old, I called the fire brigade out and told them the holiday camp was on fire. When I was 8 years old, I knocked a tree over in my nan's garden and blamed it on my sister. I genuinely believe that Gary Barlow is the greatest singer-songwriter of our generation. I'm not only scared of Big Bird, but I'm scared of Mr. Soft from the Tree Bore ads. I don't like the way he moved. I farted and blamed it on the dog multiple times. But the very worst thing, I once had a clinical addiction to Dairy Lee Dunkers.
In my defence, I'm fine now. I've done the support groups, everything's fine. I'm a Dunker survivor. Can you take that down, please? Please take it down. Just take it down, alright? If you're single, it really is a great way to meet new people. And arguably, it provides more ways to find out if you're actually compatible. As opposed to waking up in the morning after a heavy night out, lying in a half-eaten kebab with no idea what you did and who with. I think her name was Jan. She sure knew a lot about coronavirus. And besides, right now it's probably the only way you're going to meet anybody. So don't be a sap and download that app. An awful lot of dating apps out there, but which one is right for you? First up is one that we're probably all aware of, the original hookup, no strings attached app, Tinder. You swipe left or swipe right, depending on whether you like someone's physical appearance, and if they match with you, you get to talk to them. Now in truth, I wouldn't say it was totally just a hookup site. It certainly is on the less serious side of dating. However, you will find people on there who genuinely are looking for relationships. Unfortunately, you'll also find people who are looking to increase their Instagram followers, those people who after a few short messages will find a legitimate excuse to ask for your credit card details. Sorry Jennifer, I can't look after your 2 million quid. I'm already looking after 2 million quid for the Prince of Zamunda. Sorry, what? I met my ex-girlfriend on Tinder. As I was saying, Tinder is a great site full of great people. In all seriousness, it's an okay site, you just have to be sensible. Tinder is a free app, however there is a subscription service where you can get unlimited likes and a few other things, and I think the cost of that is about $26.99 a month, so it's not cheap. So now on to an app that not everybody is aware of, Bumble. Bumble's very similar to Tinder in the way you left and right swipe, however, Bumble is kind of like Tinder's classier cousin. The profiles on Bumble seem a little bit more legit, and it's slightly different to Tinder in that if you do match with somebody, the lady has to start the conversation. If she doesn't start the conversation within 24 hours, then you lose the match. As a result of this mechanic, there seems to be more women on the app than men. It really does deserve to be generating a lot more buzz. Just what I did there. Buzz. Bumble. Buzz. Forget it. It's free, but like Tinder, has a subscription service, but it's actually a really good app. Definitely an app worth checking out if you haven't already. Next up is Plenty of Fish. Oh my, what has happened to Plenty of Fish? Now this app and website used to be arguably the best dating site out there, but certainly no more. Logging on for the first time in ages a few days ago, I was greeted with hundreds of dodgy webcams.
No, Doris, I don't want to watch more, and that is not appropriate use of a cucumber.
A very big thumbs down from me. Unless, of course, you're into all that stuff. By that stuff, I mean webcams, not creative use of vegetables. Hey, you may be into that too, whatever floats your boat. Plenty of Fish is free, however you are limited on the amount of messages you can send per day, and there is a subscription available which unlocks other features. And last on my list is Match.com. I'll be honest, probably my favourite on the list because it's a real legitimate dating website and app. Now you can join Match for free, however to do most things on the site you do need to subscribe and become a member. You can get some pretty good deals with this, and I think the very fact that most people are paying on the site means that people are more serious about looking for a relationship. That of course is not to say that there aren't dodgy people on there. For example, one lady asked me if I would dress up as a chimney sweep. Is a Mary Poppins fetish an actual thing? Suffice to say, I told her she was unsuitable. Suit? Chimney? My comedy's wasted on you lot. Overall, it's a good app with generally good people. If you're serious about dating, it's probably the one to go for. That's probably the 4 biggest of the many apps that are available out there. So if you're single and looking, take your time and try online. Unfortunately, it's a sad fact for anyone that's looking to date online that you must beware the catfish. Now, most of you know what a catfish is. It's someone who posts pictures and pretends to be someone that they're not. Now this, it's sad to say, is an all too common thing in internet dating. As many of you will know, also spawned a very successful television show. It's crazy the lengths that some people will go to and what some people are prepared to believe. In the popular TV show, Max and Paddy investigate and expose these catfish. Max and Neve, it's definitely not Max and Paddy. There was even an episode where a guy believed that he was actually in a real online relationship with Katy Perry. And when Max and Neve took him to Britain to expose the English catfish, what did he say? This is the kind of joke that Katie would play. In truth, catfishes are relatively easy to spot. Sometimes they'll only have one profile picture, or they'll make multiple excuses not to talk on the phone or talk via video chat. Their webcam will be conveniently down every single time. So be smart, be sensible, be safe, and stay alert. Or is it stay at home? Boris? So the next point is to make sure that you've got a really good, engaging profile. Now the write-ups aren't quite so important on sites like Bumble and Tinder because they're very visual. But if you're on a site like Match, then the write-up is really important. So fill out as much detail as you can and try to focus on your positive characteristics and your favourite pastimes. Now, just like when putting together a CV, we all like to embellish or simply make something sound a little more fancy than it actually is. But it's definitely not a good idea to paint a picture of a life that's nothing like your own. Sure, this may work for you initially in the short term, but sooner or later she's going to discover that you don't live a life like James Bond's more adventurous brother. She'll discover the truth, that you spend most of your evenings playing Fortnite and watching videos on YouTube of dogs talking to their owners.
He just said sausages.
Sausages. And as for photos, well clearly you're going to want to put up your best ones, but don't overdo the filters. She'll arrive for the date expecting a Hugh Jackman lookalike, and what she'll get is Ricky Gervais. Now I love a selfie, but you don't want to put in too many. You want her to see that you're popular and you've got friends, right guys? Oh, I forgot, I'm the only one here. So don't be docile, smash that profile. So you've seen someone you like or you've matched with their profile, now it's time to send a message. Be creative, and whatever you do, don't just type, hey. There is nothing worse than getting a message that just says, hey. Unless I'm a horse, it's not that exciting. Look at common interests you have and focus on them. Be funny and don't be afraid to poke fun at yourself. Showcase your sense of humour. Being super serious all the time is not attractive. And don't expect an immediate reply. People have lives. They might be watching a video of a skateboarding dog. And if they don't reply, assume they're not interested and move on. And if you do start chatting, keep it light, but don't chat for too long. You don't want to get to the point where you're scraping the bottom of the barrel for things to say. Who is your favourite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? And after a few back and forths, if the vibe is right, it might be time to suggest to move things to the next level. So no time to wait, suggest that date. So that's it, we're halfway there, so join me next time when I'll be counting down points 5 through to 1. So what are your experiences with internet dating? Success or failure? I'd love to hear all about it, so please use the comments below. As usual, if you found value in this video or enjoyed it, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. I put out videos every Thursday and every Sunday. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone that subscribed. In just over 4 weeks, we've hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you everybody, and please don't forget to share this video so I continue to grow. Join me for part 2 of this video next Thursday. Until next time, stay alert and stay safe.